Good morning, everyone. It's early. Yes. I don't have baby duty today, but there's always other things need to be done. So, uh, oh, I've got great news. There are three cats here, and uh, my son-in-law had two cats, and my daughter had one cat when they got together. And so there are three cats here, and the one we never thought, I think I mentioned it in the videos before, the one that we thought would never get lost because he doesn't get out at all, he doesn't know how to jump a fence or anything, got lost and was gone for 3 days. So we figured out finally, okay, I know we didn't let him out, and he'd been missing already for a day. The next day we kind of said, where is that cat? Okay. Loved being outside in the yard here, day and night. He really liked being outside. And we found we had to close one. He'd already gotten out once, and there was a hole uh, at the end of the fence at where the post is, and it's just big enough for him to get through. And we had that covered with rocks, though, and somehow he managed to move one of these rocks. Yeah. And got out again. Or it may have been Ham, the dog here, that scratched around there. Okay, hey, it's definitely closed up now. There's no way nobody's gonna move what's sitting in front of it now. And so we finally figured out how he actually got out. Went looking for him, made some posters and put them up, and last night my granddaughter had been gone for the weekend, and last night she or yesterday morning when she came to tell me, hey, good morning, Rosie, and then go to the bus. She said, I told her, I said, hey, do you know that Bagel's missing? And she's like, what? No, what? No. And then when she came home from school, and and then Dad got home in the evening, she said, let's go and find. All right, let's go and look again. Go put the posters up and look again for the cat. They walked about 3 houses down, and she spotted him under a car. And they got close, and he was probably so freaked out already by then. I don't know. And he went and hid under the porch at that house. There was nobody home, so they went and they actually got him to come out, yes, and brought him home. And we were all going, oh my gosh, you found Bagel. That's like the fourth day that he had been gone. And anyway, it was a really happy moment, and yeah, yes. And then I saw something really amazing. Oh, and he was fine. He didn't even look like he lost a pound. That's a pretty heavy cat. And he was just okay, and immediately wanted to go back out again. Yeah, okay, just saying. So he looked fine. Everybody was happy that he was back because my son-in-law had those cats for a long, long time, almost 10 years. So, and anyway, he comes out. I'm in the kitchen, and he comes out with a wad of cash in his hands, and goes to my granddaughter, and he says, "Listen, this is yours." And my granddaughter's like, "No, you don't need to do that. I'm just happy that Bagel's back." And he says, "No," he says, "I was going to put out that whoever will find my cat, our cat, will a reward for $100. You found him. You're the one who spotted him. You're the one who found him. So here is your reward." I thought that was. And I looked at that and I saw the exchange happening. Oh, and my granddaughter, oh my gosh, you should have seen her. She was walking on air, okay? I'm not kidding. I mean, it was like you could just tell. She was just, wow, what? Yeah. It's just, and I looked and I thought about that, and I was so proud of my son-in-law as a father, right? And just as a human being. Because how many would have actually, he had the intention of rewarding whoever found the cat $100. But when it happens actually in your own family, yes, would you not rather have kept that $100? Hmm? It was one of the family members who found the cat. So does not the same apply though? When one has made a decision, say in this case, to give the person who finds the cat the reward, does that apply to everyone then? Yes? Well, in this case, my son-in-law decided that his child deserved that $100 as well, because she was the one who spotted the cat and said, "That's Bagel." He didn't see it. He didn't. "That's Bagel. That's Bagel." Right? And then they went, and sure enough, it was. I find often that people expect others to do what they should be doing as well. Right? Yes? Where the lamentations and the blame and the whatever is not going right in your life, right, is always due to someone else. And that one expects others to do first what we then would be willing to give as well, right? Yes? Okay, is everyone like that? No, not everybody is like that. Someone asked me after I posted, if you're going to church and you get disillusioned with God or whatever, then you've been following people, not God. Then you're just there to make connections to the people because it's a church or this or that, and you feel like, oh, everybody's supposed to. I have the same journey as you with God. But then you had faith in people, not in God, right? Yeah. And one person came back and said, oh, I made a comment on, well, to just put your faith, or that to be in that position just means that you yourself have been lazy, right? Then you yourself, as well, have not really established a relationship with God, because otherwise you would know that you're there to also teach. If you know better, okay, know better. If you feel that you're greater to God's heart than others, then what do? You, of course, you teach about that. If you have that feeling that you're in a community where they're not really doing what I feel God's telling us what to do. They're not really keeping the Ten Commandments, and rather they're making excuses. And so I said, that's just being lazy oneself, right? And the guy comes by and says, well, but if you're in a community and you start to realize that the people out there are really faithless, first of all, really? How do you know that? Then, no, you still consider that lazy than just being lazy? And I mean, it's like, okay, I don't think the guy got at all what I was saying. But yes, I consider that lazy. Because, again, sounds to me like that someone wants somebody else to do the work and to not do their own part to it. Yes? Just saying. There's another thing that I like to mention. So, we just had a little scare here in the neighborhood. I'm not sure how close it was right to here, but it was in the general neighborhood here. A guy tried to abduct for the second time a girl above about 10 years old. And thankfully, the girl was obviously taught well enough walking home from school. And to not, the guy, hey, come on, come here, And she's like, no, and I'm not doing that. And thankfully, people around here seem to be vigilant enough or again, how does God work to protect his children? Okay, does it always work like that? It works if the people around Don't ignore the signs, right? Yes? That's it. The turns says, oh, that's not my problem. Make it your problem, even if it's just to go check on things. I do. As soon as I see something happening here or I hear something, I go immediately outside and go and have a look. Well, that's how you keep your neighborhood safe as well. Anyway, neighbor happened to come out and see what was going on and called the girl okay, and immediately called the police. Well, the guy, audacity, that's the second time. He was already caught once trying. He hasn't been successful. Who knows if he has been successful or not before, but this is the second time for an attempted kidnapping of a little girl, of a little 10-year-old girl. Not the same one. And he already went to jail once. Got back out. Tried again. Now he's in jail again. And have no doubt he'll be out again in no time. Why? Why is a guy like that allowed back into society to try again? How many times is law enforcement? How many times are our laws, the judges, the courts, the government going to allow this guy to try to kidnap a girl? How many times? Unbelievable to me. Yes? I guarantee you that all of my videos are being, even though, how many people watch them? How many subscribers do I have? I mean, seriously? But I guarantee you that all of my videos are being monitored. And because of the few views and the few, it's got, I wonder sometimes why we pay taxes. And on why we're paying the salaries of all these people out there that are being paid through our taxes. And why are they not doing their job properly? Why would you let a guy, after the first time he tried to do that, oh, but the crime wasn't committed. You know what? Forget it. Intent is enough for me. And you will never let that person back out on the street. That's the only way that the rest of them are going to get the message. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That people now are allowed to steal in stores and nobody stops them. And if they don't steal over a certain amount of valuable stuff, like $750, $950 now. I think they raised it. Then you're not even going to jail. Nothing's going. What is that exactly? I'm not getting it. I'm not getting that at all. On top of that, then you have to hear that good people are being arrested this snap for things and being put in jail for I don't know how long. For what exactly? I'm not getting it. It's, as I said, this is a weird one. As well as I do not get when you're going to church. Let's say it this way. When you go to the hospital, what are you looking for? Other patients? Or a doctor? Hopefully a good one. Or a good nurse. Sometimes nurses now know more than doctors do. Believe it or not, it's true. And then hopefully you will get a doctor. On top of that, you'll get one that actually wants to take care of your problem and not just pump you full of medication. Yes? Or make you into a guinea pig on top of that. Where's the attention in the medical field? Okay, now I'm veering off. Where's the attention in the medical field to help children? Rather than people with STDs and all that kind of jazz, who you full well know why they are sick and how they could prevent getting sick like that. Yet when it comes to children, truly, if you go and look, to make sure that children have the absolute best medical care when they are sick, this and that, and that the parents get some help, right? Especially financially, but also otherwise. That's not there. That's the weirdest doggone thing as well. But when you go to the hospital, what are you looking for? Other patients? Or a good doctor that hopefully will be willing, still cares enough to pay attention to you and help you out, get you on the right track. Wait a minute. If you do find a good doctor who actually cares and says you need to change your diet, there's a whole bunch of things that you need to change in your life to get better. What are you going to do? Well, don't you have a pill for that? Easier, right? Are you also willing to put in the work then? Are you? So when you go to church, what are you looking for there? Church is just another place of healing. Hospitals is what? A place of healing for your physical ailments, this and that. Yeah, you can go to a psychiatrist or therapist. Right? But church, for your mind. But the church is what? It's supposed to be it's supposed to be also a healing of the heart. Keep your strength up, right? When it comes to all kinds of things in life that happen, that you have to make it through it. Yes? Isn't that true? Otherwise, why are you going to church exactly? Huh? So, when you go to church, what are you looking for? Other people who are also, and then what? So they're also there for healing in a way. Yes. So what are you looking for? A good pastor, a preacher, right? Yes, a good one. Who does what? Condemn everybody outside there and let you know how great you're doing because you're in that church? Or is he teaching about God's heart? Truly teaching about God's heart? How all embracing God actually is. And if you keep your Ten Commandments and all that, on how actually your life does go in a better direction. Yes? You're more fulfilled. Your conscience feels great. Your subconscious also heals up. Many things start to go different in people's lives. Oh, everything's always going to be hunky-dory then. This and that. Okay, come on now, please. But I found that people with great faith in an all-loving Father in heaven, Heavenly Parent, and is learning from the good examples that we have out there, like Jesus, for example. They cope with things in life differently. And they're a great blessing to the people around them. Yes? So, you have a pastor, a priest, a pastor, a priest like that? Or you're constantly being told about the fear that you need to fear God, this and that, right? Yes? And if you don't, what? So, there too, right? Yes? If one goes to church, don't just look for other people to, and that kind of includes the priest and the pastor as well, to do all the right things, rather than get disillusioned by, what are they teaching, this and that, right? Then who are you there? If one feels that way, then one should be the better part of a church like that. Yes, the part that really gives. Then you're going to be this great blessing. Yes, you're going to be persecuted and judged too, but who cares? You know that you got God on your side. That's all you need to know. Yes. So, yeah, to just go to church and look around and beep-a-dip, right? That's being lazy. My mom taught me when you go someplace, always try to leave it better than how you found it. I guess that goes for a church too. not just your surroundings when it comes to cleaning up garbage, right? Or other things. Yes, just saying. Anywho, so that's what I wanted to say to begin with here. Nope, I definitely wouldn't let someone that tried to kidnap a young girl, twice, 2 times, back out on the streets. I think that there is enough money in this country where we can start building facilities where you just put people like that away for the rest of their lives. Done. And then you just have them grow gardens and maybe raise animals, and be productive uh, in a good way for society. Yes, and kind of pay their way too. But I would definitely never ever let someone like that back out on the street. So that's what I have to say to that. Doesn't mean that we have to mistreat them then. Again, they're going to have to be somewhere where they can be safe and protected as well from themselves. Yeah, I guess so. Yes. All right. We are in the book of Job 13. It's a long one. 42. Oh, and then there's an epilogue too. Then we're in Psalms. Ugh, it's got to be. Psalms have got to be. That's got to be. I hope somebody got inspired. Okay, all right, Danielle, don't go there. I know. All right, we're learning from this as well. Again, is this kind of pulling me one way or the other? No. This again strengthens my faith, right? That's like, oh my gosh, what is this? Why is this book even in here? Right? And what, then considered a masterpiece of poetry? Hello? Come on again. Anyway, lots of big words in there. Some stuff I'm going, what does that even mean? What it does though is strengthen, again, my conviction of why I need to do this. You know? And on how people dare to look at God. I saw another one where this makes me laugh. And it's not, and maybe I just don't get it yet. I don't know. I have to come to some kind of an understanding about that. But it's like, oh, when we love each other, then God's love also grows. And I'm going, huh? How does that exactly work? No. Or when we spiritually grow, then God spiritually grows. How exactly? Again, what's omnipotence and omniscience? Omniscience. What is that? Unchanging. All powerful. All loving. Only that. Why can people not wrap their head around that? That is it. That's what our heavenly parent is all about. And if you are a parent and a grandparent, even if not, you have your experiences out there. You have experienced love and you have given love. You know how that feels. Would God ever betray that? We do. Has God been betrayed? Yes, many times. But it's already all there. God's not going to grow spiritually any greater or stronger or more powerful or more loving or more unchanging or whatever. It's not going to happen. And the love is already all there in all of its glory. No less going to happen and no more going to happen. And that is what I find really interesting. Again, when people come up with stuff like this and going, are you people hearing yourself? That's a two-way street that doesn't exist. So, anyway, let's get going here. Said enough. People baffle me out there. So what do? I tell them, well, no, you're wrong. It's not like that. Well, how are you so sure? Well, because you can't have it both ways. You can't have it one way and tell me that's what God is, and then tell me, no, this is how God is. Because it suits so many people to what? Be lazy about their own work that they have to put into their own life, physically and spiritually. Just saying. Yes. I've had enough experiences at my age now. For a younger person, yeah, I could see how people kind of flip-flop a little. But as an older person now, having had all of these experiences in my life, I know I'm not wrong. Bagel's back. I kept telling my son-in-law, I said, he'll be back. Cats are like that. He's probably out there somewhere going, I don't know how to get back home, because Bagel's a little like that. And I said, just give it some time. That cat will show up again. Don't give up on it yet. And he's like, oh, you know what? Thank you for telling me that. Oh, how would I know that? Because I have had enough cats. And knowing. All right. Have a pig like that. She's gone again. Maybe this time she won't be back. We won't know. Right? But we'll see. Found out these pigs live a long time. Ours are only about 9 or 10 years old. But they can live like 25 years old or older. Yep, okay. So they're just in the bloom of their life, right? Yes? Yeah. All right. So, we are still, God's wisdom is best seen in the awesome works of his omnipotence. Continued in 13. I have seen all this with my own eyes, heard with my own ears, and understood. Whatever you know, I know too. I am in no way inferior to you, but my words are intended for Shaddai. I mean to remonstrate with God. As for you, you are only charlatans, all worthless as doctors. Interesting what I started out with. So what is Job doing here exactly? Okay. Will no one teach you to be quiet, the only wisdom that becomes you? Kindly listen to my accusation and give your attention to the way I shall plead. Do you mean to defend God by prevarication and by dishonest argument? And taking his side like this, appoint yourself as his advocates. How would you fare if he were to scrutinize you? Can he be duped as mortals are duped? He would inflict a harsh rebuke on you for your covert partiality. Does his majesty not affright you? Does his terror not overcome you? Your received ideas are maxims of ash, your retorts of clay. He's pissed. He's definitely pissed. He's pissed because he knows they're right too. Be quiet, kindly let me do the talking. Happen to me what may. I am putting my flesh between my teeth. I am taking my life in my hands. Let him kill me if he will. I have no other hope than to justify my conduct in his eyes. And this is what will save me. For the wicked would not dare to appear before him. What conduct? I thought that Job was such a great dude. He's always done everything right in his life. And that's why Satan chose him in front of God. Let's see how good he's actually, huh? Let's find out. So here, Job what? Admits to what conduct? What conduct does he need to justify in front of God's eyes? Interesting what I talked about beforehand, right? Yes, okay, all right. Listen carefully to my words and pay attention to what I'm going to say. He sure has a lot to say, as sick as he is. You see, I shall proceed by form of law, knowing that I am upright. Who wants to contest my case? In advance, I agree to be silenced and to die. Only grant me 2 concessions, and then I shall not hide away from your face. Remove your hand, which lies so heavy on me. No longer make me cower from your terror. Then call me forward, and I shall answer, or rather, I shall speak, and you will answer. The one thing, and it's kind of not explained, is here is, why is Job so convinced that God has something to do with all this? It's not like, or has Lucifer, in that sense, as the archangel, not been recognized as kind of the evil dude or something? Right? The guy that kind of, yeah, let's go and create some havoc again, right? People so easy to steer in the wrong direction. Right? So few are actually steadfast in saying, get behind me, Satan. You can learn from my walk in life, but you can't interfere in it, right? Yes. But then they do believe in angels, don't they? They had encounters with angels. It says, it's said, and before him. So what's that all about? I don't know. I'm asking. I wasn't there. But I find it interesting on how Job seems to have no knowledge of Satan. And lays it all in front of God's feet. How many faults and crimes have I committed? Tell me what my misdeed has been, what my sin. Why do you hide your face and look on me as your enemy? Do you want to intimidate a wind-blown leaf? Do you want to pursue a dry straw? You who lay bitter allegations against me and tax me with the faults of my youth, and have put my feet in the stocks. You examine my every step and measure my footprints one by one. Okay, so here's another interesting thing to me. And one could take this apart and talk about it, and I think it would be actually the book of Job. I think would be a very, very interesting Bible study, right? When people go and have Bible studies and stuff, that'd be interesting to hear what other people might have to say about it, right? Yes? That's how you get to know people's faith as well. Where are you at in your life, in your journey with God and spirit world, right? Yeah, life and death kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, but here, you who lay bitter allegations against me and tax me with the faults of my youth. Again, he says here, like I'm just saying, this is a real fallible kind of give and take here. And the reason I'm saying this is, how many faults and crimes have I committed? Tell me what my misdeed has been, what my sin. But wait a minute. Then he says here, you who lay bitter allegations against me and tax me with the faults of my youth. But then why is he asking? What did I do? It sounds to me like Job is looking at all this and going, something's catching up with me. But why now? Right? Yes? The other thing too is that do people in general do that? Which brings me to something else. That's this by the way. This is the end of. Oh no! Wait a minute. There's 2 more lines. Let's finish up with those in a minute. I saw another one where someone says, well, brought it up again on how the Jews have paid great indemnity for killing the Son of God. Okay, Jesus never said that he was the Son of God. He called himself the Son of Man. Okay, all right. Does it make a difference? Of course he's the Son of God, as I am a daughter of God as well. But he also came for man. Right? Was I born for man? Not in the same way as Jesus was. Jesus was very, very, very special. Having said that, you like that, don't you? Hence, yes, he also came as the Son of Man. Uh, so Jews are paying indemnity for what happened 2,000 years ago, and they still are this and that. Are they? Somehow, and you know what? For a long time, I kind of felt kind of the same way. Where I thought, man, I don't know. I guess that's why you guys don't have peace. That's why. But I met some Israelites. I did. They're amazing people. The ones I met were amazing people, especially one friend that I have. And she was, oh my gosh, she taught me how to make bread. Not only that, she taught me how to make a bread that you can keep for months and months on the shelf. Yes? I mean, the real thing. It's like, yeah, it gets really, really hard. And then you have to put it, before you eat it, you have to put it back in the oven. And it's amazing. And she taught me, I mean, gosh, with all of our children, who were fairly little at the time, still already running around, we would bake for a day or 2 days. Have just baskets and baskets of bread. It was amazing what she taught me. Bread. Yes, manna from heaven in a way. Okay, all right. So, because her ancestors did what they did, now she and her children, her husband, yeah, that's why. All right, so I don't believe in that anymore. I think that's, again, oh, you're going to go and, lay the blame at the feet of whom, this and that, yes? What I do tell people, though, out there, when I hear certain things is, you're no better than the high priests were at the time of Jesus. You're still doing the same thing. You haven't learned a thing. You have not learned anything from having read the Bible, from preaching. Nothing. That's what's really sad to me. And you know what? That's not just the Israelites out there. So again, to decide that, oh, you're in a war right now, is because you're still fighting these religious wars. And you've done this for I don't know how long. And this is just a consequence of killing Jesus, this, that. In my opinion, to put the blame like this on someone, either way, it goes for me, it's the same with the Palestinian people. To take sides for one or the other, to me, it's just, now you're just being lazy again. Rather than looking at the whole situation, your government's got a screw loose right there. Just saying. Any government that decides to go and invade another people has a screw loose. And if we've got all them UNs and this and that and I don't know what all around the world who have these pacts going on that they are going to support each other as allies and I don't know what, okay? Don't step in when a country, the government of a country starts to act up. If they can't immediately, as a great, powerful, omnipotence force behind the ones that are getting attacked, and to say, I wouldn't do that if I were you, because you look like a dwarf right now, considering we are the giants over here. You need to go back home, take care of your own country, take care of your people, and leave other people alone. Well, we can't do that. Seriously. With all the stuff going on, with all the civilized countries out there, I said, having all these conferences to what? Go and have a good meal or something? You cost people a lot of money when you do that. How many wars have we got going on right now? What, because you can't get your crap together? I said, what did I bring up about this guy who twice now tried to kidnap a girl? He's in jail again. Oh, maybe he's already out again. So he can try again. What is that? It's no different than these countries deciding, hey, you know what? They're all in a mess out there. Let's go and conquer these other people. Let's start another war. Not sure for what exactly. Never have I ever seen war benefit anyone. They're always started by crazy people. Always. Okay, just saying. But there's really no need for ever for that. And that's where the all-powerful God comes in. Because he's given us all the tools right here too, to stop stuff like that. To begin with. How many more times do you think that guy can be stopped from taking a girl? Until suddenly the protection just isn't there. Not because the people are allowing it, per se. It's because the people who are supposed to be putting people like that away for good aren't doing their job. Though they are being paid by whom? Huh? And it's the same thing. All them governments around the world who are in unison, we do not go and invade other people. We help protect people. And then being allies, this and that. Well, what's happening around the world? Where are you all? I believe that not one bullet or one missile or whatever would have had been needed to be shot to stop all these wars in their tracks. If the omnipotence of the people through unity to defend, not attack, offend, to defend their neighbors, their allies. Just saying. Really that hard to understand? Is that hard to understand? Yeah. Okay. Well, and here we go. Right? It's this fallible stuff that I find here in the book of Job while Job is talking. Oh, so sick. Okay, maybe that's why he's talking like that, because he's so sick. Where he asks God, what faults and crimes have I committed? Then says, oh, so you're going to go after me because of things that I've done in my youth? Well, and why are you asking God? And obviously you feel yourself you still have some things that you need to restore. Okay, so why you're going to church? To go and look at everybody else who's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're not doing it, so now you're disillusioned? Why? Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing either? Okay. Had my say in all this, right? Yes? Please remember I say all this with a very, very loving heart. I'm not going to stroke someone's back that needs a bit of a slap, right? Yes? To wake them up. All right, so that's it for 13. I always find that I do really, really well with the number 13. I was born on the 13th. On a Sunday, though. Yeah, I know, right? And Swiss. So weird, right? Oh, do I believe in stuff like that? No, I don't. I just find it interesting, right? Considering all the superstitious stuff going on out there. And I'm constantly telling people, get away from that. Why are you doing that? That's garbage. Don't do that. That's false idols. Yeah? False beliefs, false idols never existed, never will exist. Done. Right? Yes? So. why do people believe, or worry so easily about superstitious stuff like Friday the 13th, full moon? What else is there? 13 in general, right? Oh, black cats and ladders. What else? Why do people believe so easily in that kind of stuff? Halloween is coming up here, right? Yes. And there is this one. I'm not a big fan of Halloween. I've never been. But I didn't grow up like that, so I just go along with things like that. Stuff like this doesn't scare me. But anyway, to start with, and I'm not a big fan of the gloom and doom kind of that goes with a lot of yard decorations and all that stuff. I'm not just, yeah, you should see the yard next to us. And my daughter's like, Mom, it's kind of cool. I said, no, it isn't. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. Can I not say I don't like it? Do I have to like it because everybody else wants me to like it? Aha! There's another one. But there is a house farther down. It has 3 cats, 3 cats, blown up cats, and I think it's just the heads, kind of, with, and then there's a penguin, and there's a cow, and kind of in Halloween mode, or a Halloween kind of mode, but not scary, kind of really sweet. And then there's a ghost, a ghost as well, like the littlest ghost. What's the friendly ghost, right? And the whole yard, it's a Halloween. It's Halloween decorations, but they're adorable. That's what I like. I told my daughter, I said, look, that's because Halloween is what? Is it Halloween for adults? What is Halloween for when it comes down to it now? It's mostly for the children to dress up and go out and go collect candy. Yes? And I don't like the sinister stuff around Halloween. I just don't. I don't like it because it creates what? More fears of what? Stuff that never existed and never will exist. So, I liked very much the friendly decorations, friendly Halloween decorations in that one yard. I love it. I think that's the right way to do it. Anywho, that's it. That's all I have to share because I need a cough now. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and embrace you with love. And I will talk to you all, God willing, tomorrow.